come get her. Now, one of the differences is that Vancouver actually has a proper city plan. Now, Vancouver does have urban pockets. They really do. It's not a drug-free city, it's not a crime-free city, but there are many things which they get right. Now, look over here. You see these 8 points here. That is, from beginning to end, that is Vancouver's city plan. Now, okay, it's more elaborated, there are more details, but that is the core of it. Do you remember earlier this evening I talked about the development order for Kingston and St Andrew? The thing the size of the telephone directory? The incomprehensible several hundred pages of jargon? There is no guidance in there that tells you what kind of city you want to live in. Vancouver did something different. They asked their people. They said, what kind of city do you want to live in 20 years from now? And this is what people said. So they said, okay, that's our city plan. And every planning decision taken in Vancouver subsequently has to be in compliance with all of these points. And as a result, the city has improved and gone from strength to strength to strength. In 2007, Vancouver was voted the world's best city to live in. And they won it again in 2008, 2011. So it looks to me like they're doing something right. And it's maybe we should take a look at this kind of model. Here's another example. This is an extract of an article in the New York Times about the city of Medellin in Colombia. And this was from last year. It said 20 years ago, Medellin had an annual homicide rate that peaked at 381 per 100,000. Now, our national homicide rate peaked at 63 per 100,000. And we are the country with the third or fourth highest homicide rate in the world. So, using that as your baseline measure, can you imagine what it's like to live in a city with a homicide rate of 381 per 100,000? Can I just, let me just do a quick reality check exercise here. If I gave you the choice, right, as from now, as from this evening, you have to live in West Kingston or in Kabul, Afghanistan.
West Kingston.
Which one would you rather? Try and take one factor out of the equation. This is not where you feel most comfortable culturally. Your sole concern is to minimize the likelihood of your being killed. Okay? Here's the choice. West Kingston or Kabul. Where would you feel safer?
West Kingston.
Brilliant. Absolutely correct. You are statistically. No, I'm sorry. I led you all into a state of false security.
What?
You are statistically safer in Kabul, Afghanistan, than you are in West Kingston. And it's absolutely amazing. I have nobody believes this, but check it for yourself. It's true. If you live in West Kingston, your chances of being killed are higher than they are in Kabul, Afghanistan. Our homicide rate in the most 5 worst affected police divisions is higher than you will find outside of an active war zone. So, come back to this example here. City of Medellin peaked at 381 per 100,000. So that is maybe 5-6 times worse than in this country. But present day, today, Columbia City, guys, please. Today, Colombia's second city has become a medical and business center. Population of 3.5 million, that's more than the entire population of this country. A budding tourist industry, civic pride, new public buildings and squares, an efficient and immaculate public transport system. And look at the bottom paragraph. The city's transformation was based on good planning guidelines, a national policy mandating architectural interventions as a way to attack poverty and crime, and an agenda that linked education and community development with infrastructure and architecture. We've known this for a long time, that an important part of the solution to major entrenched problems with poverty and crime is to redesign the city. You have a huge problem if you have what are called encapsulated urban areas. We have people in this city